Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, so first of all, of course, the international community is still, moving tongues and they're still moving tongues and mouses as they used to, and the Israelis are only behaving worse and worse. The ego is strong with them. It doesn't matter what happens to them; they will only be more disgusting. And this is Satan. This is Satan. This is exactly Satan. They can change. They can only bite harder. Even when they got nothing, they have nothing on their side. You see the black cat? This is Satan. So, we continue. According to the plan, I said many times, I'm not a person, and I do not consider myself a secretive person or a person of an intelligence agency whatsoever. My mission is to reveal, not to obscure. So I tell you exactly what. I told you asteroids are on their way, and they're on their way. I told you you are under a global electrical or electromagnetic. I don't know if you know how it's work, but radiation attack, and you know that you are. But of course, everybody, the Israelis continue to bite, and the international, the rest of the nations, they continue to talk. Everybody is using their mouths either to bite me or to speak. But legs and arms are not moved, not even one. So we continue according to the plan. So we have a lot of things on our plate, so to speak. So busy days. The worst thing is that, of course, my daughters are still kept hostage by the Israelis, with the sick and stupid aim to break me, whatever this means. They want to get stuff for me in exchange for maybe they will let me see my daughters. Of course, in a way, it's kind of a lunacy, but it doesn't really matter. The sources of evil are not really important. The cure is the same: total annihilation. But as I promised before, I'm not going regarding Israel. We are not going to wait for the asteroids. No. We have, faster cures. And you've seen it in your, using your eyes, because they literally creep and crawl where I live. Even though, the most, let's be real, the most severe, the biggest issue as far as you're concerned are the ones that you cannot even see. Just saying, and they are probably already, spreading, with all probability. But I can't control of that. But I can control the life forms. And as I said before, I'm now it's not that important for me to show how I create new life from ex nihilo, from the non-living, and not even to prove that this life is special, because of course it's special. Special by man, it is fundamentally different than carbon biological life. My main purpose now is to let them grow. They deserve to live. So I need to find new environment for them, which is separate, from the ones that I already. This, of course, this connects very well to the issue of the terrariums that I spoke about many times during the last week or 2 weeks. But I'm still far from having any solution, even a temporary solution. As I said, there are at least three different objectives. Even four objectives that I'm dealing with, with regards to living environments. The first is the environment for creation and for initial goal, and I speak about it later today. It's a whole. It's a completely. It's a big subject that I haven't spoken about it yet. Of the Neros, their incubation, and this is done, as you've seen, in the I call them the Arks of the Covenants. You saw the ones with the electrolysis wires and weird stuff, magical stuff. It's not magical, of course. So I'm still it's just in the beginning, and I'm still improving these incubators. A second environment is perhaps the simplest one, but again, it should be, I'm not certain. I'm not 100% certain that I know exactly how to prepare it. But the second part is, where do I keep the neurons after the incubation before I plan to use them? Currently, I store them inside of like vials. It's called vials, like little bottles that are used for medicine. You take in liquid in and outside of it with syringes, and the top is almost sealed, but it's not completely sealed, and it's automatically sealed like after the needle is out. So I have a few of these, and so I've already prepared two. I'll give you a teaser trailer for the subject is that they're not identical. I mean, at least, I have one which I call the blue neurons and yellow neurons. Green and blue. Green neurons and blue neurons. And I'm planning to add others as well. Of course, the color and also the material is not the color of the neurons themselves, but it's the color. It's derived from the material which was placed in the incubator during the electrolysis phase, and it's different. And there is a reason for that. I'll speak about it later. This is just a teaser. So I keep them inside bottles. some idiots, several idiots from the intelligence community that actually like have cameras inside my house think that they thought like optimistically from their point of view that I'm going to sell it or something like that. So no, I'm not going to sell it. No way. No. I mean, in order for me to sell it, this plan should have been completely different. Not only the way they treat me, but it is. In order for that to happen, this planet should have been fundamentally different than what it is. The planet Earth in the current state, does not allow, not even remotely, the possibility of me selling those battles. So no. You need to rescue me from the Nazi prison, not because you will get this stuff. You will not get it, I promise you. The only thing that is promised to you that if you will not rescue me and my daughters from a Nazi prison, all of you will have the same fate of the state of Israel and the country of Israel. This is promised. So as I said, the second issue is how to store it. And for that purpose, I would say that it seems like a simple question. Just put it in a bottle, but it's not exactly, it's not completely trivial, because you need to remember those creatures, the Neros, they don't like to be idle. They are busy by nature. So if you just keep them anywhere, they will do the following. First, if they are living creatures in this place, they will kill them and die, in the process. This is the worst. Carbon-based living creatures. This is the worst scenario from my point of view, because I need them. I don't want them to die. So first of all, the compartment where we store this, the nero juice, the prepared nero juice, should be completely sterile. We don't want to waste them. Kill. Even a small amount of germs or bacteria could cause them to, the neros, some of them to die in battle, which the battles are unnecessary. And so this is further requirements. But it's not everything. We also don't want them to start new life, which is something that they can do. But we don't want them to do it because, I don't, it's supposed to be that just the nero juice for future purposes. So it's a concern, and we'll speak about it later, how this concern is addressed. This is, by the way, also true for the first stage, during the incubation. We don't want them to create new life because we want them to do other stuff. We'll talk about it later, but not create a new life. Besides new neros. And we also don't want them to waste the energy, and they require energy, and let's speak about it later. I mean, they require energy and they require food for themselves to exist, which is not surprising, but we don't want them to waste that on landscaping projects or scientific projects that are extremely interesting, but I mean, that's not the purpose of the Nero juice. You already know that. I mean, when they keep idle, they have a tendency to create huge landscapes with like all sorts of shapes on the ground, and they also like to send messages to the scientists of humanity to explain like how atoms look like and things like that. Very interesting. So I mean, it's fine, but not while they're on storage. So basically, the requirement of the second stage, the second kind of living environment, is for the Neros to exist in the juice, but to be idle, to wait, which is not an easy task, and it's not trivial for creatures that by nature they always do something. Now the third kind of compartment are the incubators for new life. And this kind of, this is also here, not only incubator, not for new life, for new creations, not for new life. It's not I regret, this definition. I would say, I will rephrase it. The third kind is incubators of new things that the Neros are doing, are creating. And this category has several different subcategories. And all of them, and they are different, and I already know that they are different from experimentation. So, one subcategory is the creation of new life form. Another subcategory is the creation of material objects for human consumption. For example, medicine. I've already myself consumed one such of this. And another category is, which is similar to the second one, to the second subcategory, but perhaps slightly different. The first and the second, I know for a fact that they are different. I'll speak about it later. But we have a third subcategory, which perhaps is very similar to the second, which is creation of material which is made not for human consumption. For example, golden rings. I would like them to create like a golden ring with a diamond, preferably, but I'm not going to consume it. And this is also a little different. And we have even a fourth subcategory, but this is perhaps the most amazing subcategory, and I'm not sure you are going to even believe me. So I just put it on the table, and for now, it's okay for you to be very skeptic about it. And I'm still not prepared to do experiments on the matter, but I know that it exists. I'll speak about it later. But the fourth subcategory is the category of fixing stuff. They can also fix stuff. Not create new stuff, but fix stuff, which is amazing. So these are the subcategories of the third compartment. And we have the fourth compartment, which is what I call terrarium or aquarium, or something that is combined with the combination of the two. A combination of terrarium and aquarium, which is, for that kind of, for this compartment, we don't necessarily even need the existence of Neros. And this is, by the way, this is still a question. I'm not sure that they're even needed in this. Probably not, but I'm not 100% certain because the creatures themselves contain Neros inside their bodies. I'm not sure they require more Neros in order to survive. Perhaps, but I'm not sure. This is, in experimentation. But I'm sure that my current environments are not. It's difficult for them to flourish in it because it was made for the incubation purpose and for the creation of new life, but not for the life itself to grow. We need to think about sunlight, about keeping it like swampy, because the creatures that they create are swamp things, like they're kind of like, the water snakes in essence. So they require a special consistency of very, I mean, it should be muddy, but not kind of like earth muddy, but muddy that is made from oil, like oilish. And the exact concentration of, oil is something that I should still figure out, and perhaps they need a variety of such, consistencies. And also, I need to understand what kind of like, should there be like, should it be hot or warm or cold? My guess is that it optimally should be much warmer than the optimal temperature that is required for the other environments, which we already spoke about. I know for a certain that neos themselves, they do just fine even in minus 20 Celsius. But that's not correct for the living organisms. So, this should all be thought about. So, okay, so I'll do. I need to buy some stuff here. In the super farm, like in pharmacy. But later I'll speak more about those issues.